Hey there everyone, Noir here and welcome to Fan Theories. Before we begin, if you are new to this series or if you haven't seen Catghost, I would highly suggest pausing this video and watching those first, because throughout this series I will be referring back to previous points that I'd made to improve upon them. I'll give you a couple of seconds here to do that and then you can carry on after you've caught up. Okay. So we're at episode 3 of Catghost, and this one took quite a bit of researching and listening to dark ambience so I could get my brain into the right frame of mind to tackle it. So, let's begin. The episode starts with what I believe to be Nara's watery grave, which was shown to us in episode 2's game where you knock the code spelling out the word proselyte. We then cut to Elon grooming herself with a hairbrush, as all well-trained felines do, until she's stopped by a noise outside. The origin of the noise is a mirror that has been left on the floor. The mirror has Theban lettering on it, but upside down at this moment in time. It reads as, "For Elon." So it's clear that this mirror is either just being given to her now, or it's something that was given to her in the past. When she opens it, a woman can be seen reflected in the mirror, and this frightens Elon to the core. After reading through numerous articles and books, the closest conclusion I can come to regarding what happened was that it was a magic mirror that reflected back negative energy towards Elon when she looked at it. The person being reflected is probably Elon's human form, but she's hiding a myriad of negative emotions that are thrown right back at her as soon as she looks at it. Elon then returns to the house and happens upon Nara, who asks if she found something interesting outside, clearly alluding to her being the one to leave the mirror for Elon to find. When Elon asks her if she had left it there, Nara immediately passes the blame on to Gideon, which Elon believes. When she confronts Gideon, who is oblivious to recent events as per usual, we see one interesting piece of dialogue. I'll let Elon do the talking.
You think you can use my craft against me, you will suffer the fate of everyone else who has ever tried.
She specifically says my craft, not our craft, which solidifies that Gideon does not use magic. This further cements Gideon in the role of a witch trial judge, someone who attempts to expose and expunge witches and magic. But you also get, you will suffer the fate of everyone else who has ever tried, meaning that this isn't the first time in her life that she's had to use her craft against others who attempted to use it against her. Then we see something very interesting occur. Elon changes her appearance, showing that she can shapeshift. Perhaps this could mean that she shapeshifted whilst being burned at the stake, or done something similar in the past. The next scene we see holds a picture of two girls hugging and a message written once again in Theban, which reads as, "From Nara to bestest best friend." Considering the nature of the two characters that we've met that are female, I would say that the red girl is Elon and the blue girl is Nara. In the background of the picture we can see a house, and on the opposite side either a stake or the megalith. Unfortunately I'm unsure of which it would be at the moment, but my money is on megalith. Elon looks at the picture, then removes the blanket which is hiding 3 magic mirrors. This is important because Wiccans believe in the power of 3, especially when it comes to magic. With mirror magic, which essentially reflects emotional energy back at the caster, if you use 3 mirrors, the effect is indeed tripled. Clearly, Nara is attempting to make Elon suffer, but I don't think that it's entirely malicious. Proselytes, when it comes to witches, are people that are under the tutelage of a more adept magic user, but a known practice for them was to practice their magic on others, usually through methods of mischief. I think that because Nara died before she was ever able to truly master her techniques, she's still in the mischievous phase. We finished the episode on our first true reveal, Elon and Nara in their human forms. Take note of the fact that Nara appears to be Native American. That is important. When colonists ventured to America, they believed that Native Americans were ingrained in magic and evil, and as such, they began massacring the Native American populace in one of the first areas that would become a permanent colonist settlement, Jamestown, Virginia. Nara was presumably one of the few remaining survivors of this massacre and was found by Elon, who took Nara under her wing and kept her safe. That is where the episode ends. Time for the game. The game itself focuses on a clock that ticks away until it reaches 3 AM. Once it does, we see a mirrored woman appear and it cuts to the scene we saw at the end of the episode with Nara and Elon. It explains what occurred in this scene ever so slightly, with Elon telling Nara that she needs to do something that can cause her pain. But what act this is still remains unclear. I'd also like to make the point that during the gameplay of Window, you sometimes heard coughing. Unfortunately, it doesn't show you at any point aside from this image where it's ingrained and it shows the picture of the clock slowly ticking away. You never see any other figure, so it's quite questionable who that cough would have been from. And that brings this episode's analysis to a close. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, let me know what your thoughts and theories are in the comments section, and even if you didn't, let me know how I can improve the series for you. I always like to make sure that I'm keeping up to date with people's thoughts and ideas with how things can improve so I can make the best experience possible for them. Until next time, people, keep on surviving.